Good evening. Happy Monday. And exercise, huh? Okay, well, exercise. We'll do stretching because I just came back from running. So yeah, we just do stretching, okay? I just ran outside around the blocks. Yeah. So okay. Yeah, just stretching. Okay. Ha. Ah. Ha ha. Ah. 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 Okay. All right. So we did stretching, right? Now let's do slow kicking. All right. To focus on the correct form, right? Yeah. Ah. 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 Oh. Ah. Ah. Oh. 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 Ah. 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 That should be good enough. Yeah, we'll take 5 minutes break. Hmm. 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 Looking for my glasses.
We'll be right back.
Hmm. Small. It's not. Okay.
All right. Let's get it ready.
Okay. So, um, yeah, last night after the episode, I started watching the Moonraker. It started with fantastic this stunt show, the parachute scene, which is fantastic. But after that, I stopped watching it. I didn't like the way the movie was going, Moonraker, so I stopped watching it. So, and I also delisted that from the playlist in the Amazon Prime. Okay, so too much violence. Okay, I don't like violence in the movies. Okay, so stop watching it. Anyways, so I did not start writing the economics paper. Why? We can use some break, right? From all that writing, intense writing this over this weekend. We got it published, so the online database. So yeah, that was good. Okay, and uh, let's talk about humanology a little bit. Okay, so uh, by now we know negative copium flows down, right? So it's like this. Okay, we subscribe to ideologies, right? Yeah. Um, so we subscribe to many different ideologies. For example, as for me, anti-LGBTism and anti-post-COVID, post-January 6th, pro-Trumpism. I'm anti of that, and I mean, in terms of politics, okay. Um, and post-Floyd BLMism, I'm against that too, okay. And post-COVID Floydism, I mean BLMism, I'm against it, okay, because it became too radical. And like, for example, using capital B for black and lowercase w for white, that's very discriminatory. Okay, so I am against it. All right. So, so, but there are people. So those are the kind of metaphysical composition of a person, right? Yes, our political or ideological identity is laundry list of uh, ideologies that one person subscribes to. Okay, now, and also I'm anti-tattoo purist and anti-sugar fatist. Well, yeah, anti-obesityist. Okay, and yeah, and of course, people are different. They belong to subscribe to different set of ideologies, right? So, uh, for example, I'm anti-tattoo piercist. Okay, so and but some people are pro tattoo piercist. Okay, so in anti-tattoo piercism, the rule is thou shalt not have tattoos and thou shalt not have piercings, except one here, one here. Yeah, that's traditional for females earrings. That's beautiful. Okay, but other than that, we are against all other kinds of piercings and tattoos. We are against all kinds of tattoos. Period. In anti-tattoo piercism. Okay, who subscribe to that ideology? Very few. All right. In America, very few. Okay, but in Asia, Middle East, yeah, pretty much all of them subscribe to the anti-tattoo puricism. Okay, most of them in Asia, Middle East. Mhm. I mean, some first of older generation, even in America. Okay, so some of them, not many. All right. So, and when we see people who violate that rule because they are pro tattoo purists, we are anti tattoo purists. So we have two opposite rules. Their rule is pro tattoo piercing rule. Thou shall have at least one tattoos. Thou shall have at least one non-traditional piercings. Okay. So okay, let's say Adam and Brown. Okay, Adam is anti-tattoo piercist. Brown is pro-tattoo piercist. So when Adam see Brown having tattoos and piercings, according to Adam, Brown broke the rule of anti-tattoo puricism. But Brown does not subscribe to that ideology. But in Adam's point of view, he broke the rule. Brown broke the rule. And so in Adam's point of view, Brown's status, ideological status, go down. So Adam criticized Brown for violating this rule, anti-tattoo purist rule. Okay, that's negative copium going down. Okay, but according to Brown, it's Adam who broke the rule. Okay, yeah, the rule, Brown's rule, the Brown, the ideology that Brown subscribed to pro-tattoo puricism. Okay, Adam is the one who broke the rule. Okay, because he's criticizing tattoo piercing of Brown. Okay, so from Brown's point of view, when he heard Adam criticizing him for tattooing piercing, okay, now from Brown's point of view, Adam's position is low, ideological position is low. Okay, but he broke the Brown's rule, so now Brown start criticizing back Adam, negative copium going down. Okay, so that's one way to look at it. Okay, so yeah. I did not write this in this humanities paper. Maybe I'll write it in the economics paper. Okay. Yeah. It doesn't have to be just economics. No. You can mix things up. No problem. Let me write that down. Let me grab my cell phone. Okay. So negative copium gets generated when there's mismatch between ideal and real. Okay. When ideal is different from real, then that's when negative copium gets generated. Like from Adam's point of view, ideally there's no people with tattoos and piercings. Okay. Um, okay, let me write down. Okay. So, yeah, that's the mechanism. Okay, that's good. Um, what else? Um, so people are people, and I'm also a person, so I make mistakes too. So many times I do make mistakes. Okay, yeah, I apologize for mistakes. Okay, so but it's good that not many people are watching this because yeah, I talk about ideologies. So what happens is this. Okay, if I criticize an ideology that somebody has subscribed to, that person get offended. Okay, it's just the way it is. Okay, so it just happens, right? Sometimes we express our opinions, and some people get offended. Okay. Nowadays we are living in day and age. Uh, Maybe some pandemic stress a little bit. People have become quite intolerant of different. It's not just Democrats, no. Both Republicans and Democrats, from what I've observed, nowadays they become less tolerant, both on both sides. Okay, probably pandemic stress, right? Yeah, but good days will come. Yeah. But people are so full of stress, negative copium, they cannot take in anymore. Okay, so yeah, which is understandable. Yeah, everybody's suffering, right? Yeah, but it'll be over. Good days will come, and uh, so during my spare time, start reading about some uh interesting biographies of. Well, I'm reading this Wikipedia article about Dadaism, okay, and this rare, rich history about it. So I ran into this American photographer whose name is Alfred. Um, Let me look him up. Okay, I've never heard this name before. Probably, I'll be very surprised if you heard of this person's name. Okay, this person is not very famous at all. Okay, so Alfred Stiglitz. He's like German Jewish American, I think. Yes, German Jewish American photographer. Okay, so pioneer of one of pioneers of artistic photography. Photography as an independent art form. Okay, early 1900s, well, early to mid 1900s. Okay, he also was a husband of none other than Georgia O'Keeffe. Okay, he helped Georgia O'Keeffe, the famous female painter. He helped her out, jumpstart her career basically. Okay, so yeah, and he helped out many people. Okay, so including some Dadaist artists. Okay, what's his last name? So it's Alfred Stiglitz. I will never remember his last name. Stiglitz. Okay, Sti and glitz, like glamorous glitz. Okay, okay. Yeah, very interesting biography. And so I started reading biography of George is it Georgia O'Keeffe or George O'Keeffe? Georgia O'Keeffe. Okay. So I started reading after I read his Mr. Alfred Stieglitz biography. I started reading Ms. Georgia O'Keeffe's biography, and then Ariola, and it says like she later became some kind of LGBT a little bit. So I stopped reading her biography. Okay. Uh, and her painting, it's just not my cup of tea. Anyway. Okay. Yeah. But she's famous, of course. Yeah. Yeah. Then I started reading about Jean-Paul Sartre. That's interesting biography. Jean-Paul Sartre, existentialist, post-World War II. He used to be a high school teacher. Mhm. Yeah, Lycée Condorcet, something like that. One of the most prestigious and historic high school in France. He was a teacher there. Okay. Before he became very famous as a writer. Okay. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just recovering from this run exercise. Okay. Yeah. Kind of low energy. But by the way, if I hurt your feelings by criticizing some ideologies that you subscribe to, uh, my apologies. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. It's, I did not intend to hurt your feelings. It's just that, in humanology, we don't have time for political correctness. Okay. And we do harshly criticize ideologies sometimes. Why? Because somebody has to. We are interested in the truth. What ideologies are good, what ideologies are unsound, sound, good, bad ideologies. That's one of our missions here. Okay. So, okay, we'll take 5 minutes break. I kind of low energy recovering from this running. I just ran around the block and today it snowed quite a bit. So that's why I didn't run during the lunchtime because it snowed quite a bit. Now it's just snowing just a little bit. So I was able to run around the block. So, okay, after work. So, okay, we'll take 5 minutes. Okay. Oh, forgot my jacket. So I think American democracy is not perfect by any means, but I think it's working pretty well because that's one of the last remark I made in this paper, humanology paper. Okay, it's the double normal distribution model of political polarity in America. Okay, there are very few people who are in the middle in the political spectrum, left and right. Okay, yeah, center left, center right, and independents, undeclared, unaffiliated. Okay, there are handful of them in America, and they are the swing voters. They don't vote along the party line, no. And I'm one of them. Okay, and I'm center right. Okay, so um, yeah, so they're the one who get to decide who becomes the next president. And I call them moral elites. Okay, they don't vote along the party line. They look at the person, candidate. Okay, and there are only a handful of them. Okay, so but they are the one who get to decide. The swing voters. I mean, people in the left, they always vote for Democrats, right? People on the right, they always vote for Republicans. They don't look at the person. In the primary, yes, but after the primary, they always vote along the party line. They don't make any difference whatsoever. Okay, it's the swing voters who actually vote for the person, not the party. Okay, they are the one who gets to decide who becomes the next president, and I think they made the right choice in January 2020. Okay, uh, because President Trump, because when I was reading this biography of Jean-Paul Sartre, he was one of the resistants in France. He did not leave France during World War II. He stayed there. And so did uh, Henri Matisse, the painter. I don't think he was resistance, though. Resistance, okay, against Germany, Nazi German occupation in early 1940s, before World War II was over. Okay, yeah. So I see well, it's not just me. Some editorial cartoonists, left leaning, they did make fun of President Trump by portraying him as Hitler. There are some similarities. Okay. Yeah. I didn't notice that. So Mr. Joe Biden, by no means, he's perfect kind of guy, but it's less of two evils in my opinion. Okay. I do not like many of his policies. He like electric vehicles. He does not like fossil fuel. He's worried about climate change. That I disagree with him. And he's not going to build a southern border wall. I disagree with him there too. Okay. And he imposed sanctions to other foreign countries. I disagree with that as well. Okay. I don't believe in foreign nation sanctions. Okay. Anyways, and so during World War II, Jean-Paul Sartre, he what he described well in his biography in Wikipedia is about history. Okay, World War II, French occupation by Germany, Nazi party, Hitler, and what they were doing is this: they were stealing food from France to feed the soldiers in World War II, German soldiers. Okay, that's what imperialism is about. It's about theft, burglary. That's what imperialism is about. It's economic theft, exploitation. right? So, and uh, all imperialism is like that. Okay, not just Germany is just one of the last empires. Okay, they're just one of the last. It's very economically wasteful activity, war. All right. So when German people are engaged in war, invading other countries, killing people, uh, they are not working. They are not producing any food. So what do? They steal from other countries. The Germany is too busy making wars. It's not productive, constructive activity. It's destructive activity, right? And to feed German soldiers, because Germany is not working, they steal food from other countries. In this case, France. Okay, so French people were very hungry, and Jean-Paul Sartre he ate rabbits sent by his friend's friend, rabbits, and he described many times there were more maggots than meat in the rabbit. Maggots. Okay, back in the days they didn't have transportation, refrigeration, so I guess they just a lot of flies, maggots. Okay, so he had to discard once a rabbit. There was just no meat left. It's all maggots. Okay. So I hope there's no more war. Okay. Is war necessary? Jesus thought so. Jesus said, yeah, there will be war, like Armageddon type, right? And he said it is necessary. Then do I disagree with Mr. Jesus? But the thing is, I don't know whether he's right or wrong. All right. Is world war necessary for humanity to go to the next phase of human evolution? Jesus thought so. I can see it both ways. I just don't know whether war is necessary for human evolution. Okay. I hope not. I don't like any violence or wars or human death, but is it necessary? Well, again, I don't know. Okay, but I can see some reason rationale there. Okay, I can kind of understand where Jesus is coming from. Okay, so yeah, like pathogens like virus, bacteria, fungus, or even wild animals, they help evolution. Okay, so that's the rationale behind God's creation of those pathogens physically. Okay, because they kill off in animal world, they kill off all the weaker, undesirable traits, animals with those traits, bad genes. Okay, yeah, survival of the fittest, evolution. Okay, and metaphysical pathogens work operate the same way. That's one way to understand why God created all the bad ideologies. Okay, yeah, it's survival of the fittest. So basically, God is created bad ideologies so that uh, individuals with lesser quality genes they got infected with bad ideologies and they have less chance of reproducing babies. Why? Because bad ideologies they make individuals less attractive to opposite genders. Okay, yeah. So we can understand it that way. Right? How about war? Well, war as an ideology, bad ideology, warism. Okay. So I can kind of understand where Jesus is coming from. Okay, yeah, but I just hope not. I hope he was wrong. I hope Jesus was wrong on that account. I hope war is not necessary for human evolution. Okay, because I don't want wars. But there is some concern about World War Three, a little bit. Okay, because what happened before World War One, what happened before World War Two, what happened before Holocaust, what happened before Great Depression. Yeah, that's this turn of the century kind of moral decadence. Okay, an anti-logic, anti-religion. Well, not maybe not. Yeah, anti-religion, maybe just a little bit, but mostly anti-reasoning, anti-truth, uh, anti-art, anti-beauty. That happened during early 1900s. Okay, and that's what's happening now. And after those moral decadence in early 1900s, like between 1910, 1900 and 1920, somewhere around there, something very bad happened. Yeah, after Roaring Twenties, moral decadence. It's not just LGBT. There was some LGBT there, but it was about there's some other moral decadence too, like promiscuity, adultery, and stuff. Okay, so that's like before Great Depression happened, before World War One happened. Okay, and this pre-disaster period where moral decadence is rampant. Because that why did that happen? Moral decadence is people weakening, generational weakness. Why? Because before moral decadence era, there's material wealth, like industrial revolution, agricultural revolution. So the plenty of food, everyone's happy. When that happens, people start to weaken because they are not disciplined. Because life is too easy. It's like lazy heirs of hardworking, rich, wealthy parents. The children that grew up very to be weak individual. When people are weak, they are very intolerant. They cannot tolerate other people with different ideas. Okay, that's what's happening nowadays. So will there be some big disaster like Great Depression, World War One? World War One, 1914 to 1918, and then not 10 years later, Great Depression, year 1929, and 10 years later, 1939, World War Two until 1945. Okay, before that, so why did those war happen? Great Depression wars, why did that happen? It's people weakening. People have become too weak, and they made very poor decisions. Like Great Depression, why did it happen? It's over investment in stock market. Everybody just wanted to make money quick and fast way. So stock market go up and it start to go down because there's only so much money that can be spent in stock market. Okay, so that's Great Depression. It's that simple. Okay, people just wanted to make easy money investing in stock market, and it was very unwise. Okay, irrational, not smart. Right? World War One, World War Two. Yeah, it's people being wanting to fight and destroy themselves, suicidal. Why? Because they are too weak to live, and they are too intolerant of other people too. Okay, I mean, how about Germany? Hitler, he, German people voted for him. He was democratically elected. very absurd. He was obviously wrong, full of hatred. Yeah, anti-Semitism and some others. Okay, but they voted for him anyway. Why? People didn't care about what's right, what's wrong. They just wanted some strong individual to be head of the state. Hitler. Okay. All right, we take 5 minutes break. I need some vocal rest. Okay, so yeah, so there is some concern about World War III. Okay, I hope it does not happen, never happen. Okay, and but there's some concern about it. Okay, history tends to repeat itself, and we know the exact logic why war happens, why people weakens. We know we are humanologists. Okay, so and we learn history, and there's some repeating pattern here. Okay, so there's some concern about that. Okay, yeah, we'll take 5 minutes break. Okay, so hopefully it never happens. Okay, World War III. I don't want to see that. So yeah, the BLM with capital B, black when they spell black, and when they spell white, lowercase w. It's positioning. Okay, so that basically BLM activists taking copium from white people by lowering them so that positive copium of white people can flow up to BLM activists. Now you see it, right? Yeah, it's a very good example. I didn't write about, yeah, I did write about it, but not in this positioning concept. But let me write that down. Where's my cell phone? Yeah, there are some things that's not expressed in this previous paper because I had to get that one out. It became 100 pages, so it was about time to publish it anyway, complete or not. Okay, because otherwise it will never get done. Okay, so I had to let it go and move on. Okay. But no problem. Next paper, I keep writing about humanology here and there. Doesn't have to be all about economics, right? Positioning concept. Yeah, that's the point I disagree with BLM, post-Floyd BLM, post-COVID slash Floyd BLM, because uh, they're generalizing, okay? They're saying black people are higher than white people. That is not egalitarian. That's black supremacism, which is no better than white supremacism, in my opinion. Okay, so um, and it's all too much hatred there, hatred against white people. That's to me very undesirable ideology. Okay, that's why we are against it. Post COVID Floyd BLM. Okay, it's wrong to hate a race. That's racism. BLM became very, very racistic. All right, and yeah. Um, what else? So hopefully World War III does not happen. Okay, God, please let World War III not happen in Jesus' name. Okay, yeah. All I can do is pray. Okay, okay. Now let's do some mathematics, shall we? Okay. Okay. So I mean, I'm a humanologist, but if some people say after reading my book, oh, this humanology, that's pseudoscience, that's occult, that's conspiracy theory. That's what your humanology is. Would I be offended? No, not at all. Why? It could be. Yes, humanology might be occult, conspiracy theory. It could be pseudoscience. There's the possibility. Okay, I would be just thankful, grateful that they read my paper and form an opinion about it. I'll be grateful for that. I would not be offended. I'll be just grateful because they took time to read my paper. Okay, I would not be offended at all. No, because I do what I can. Yeah, all those humanology that I wrote, it could be wrong. Okay, I accept that possibility as a scientist. We have to be objective, right? So there's kind of difference between science and religion. Okay, yeah, there's some similarity there too, as they're both ideologies, right? Set of rules. Well, science is supposed to be descriptive rules, descriptive laws, natural laws. Religion is supposed to be more like prescriptive law, prescriptive laws, normative laws. Okay, yeah, mostly. Okay, mostly. Of course, in religion, yeah, they describe some natural law as well, somewhat natural law in world, which is subject matter of humanology. Okay, so uh, the yeah, so real quick, okay, dual, okay, you have science and religion, okay, and you have normative law and descriptive law and prescriptive law. Okay, religion is mostly about prescriptive law and descriptive law. Yeah, they're a little bit. Science is mostly about descriptive law, prescriptive law. Yeah, a little bit. Okay, so some dual right there. Okay, so two by two table. Okay, all right. So something real quick, all right? Yeah. Can I take a picture of this before I erase it? Okay. Uh, so humanology as a science, okay? Humanology as science is like it's whether it's true or not. It's not about. It's about knowing as a science. It's not about believing. So that's why I would not get offended at all, right? If somebody knows that Earth revolves around the sun, and some other people say, "No, no, that's not so," would this Galileo Galilei offended when people say he's wrong? No. Why? Because he just knows. Whether people believe him or not, accept his heliocentrism or not, it's something that he knows, right? So he wouldn't get offended if people say he's wrong. Okay, he's like, whatever. So no, I wouldn't be offended at all if people say this human knowledge is full of BS and baloney. I'd be okay with that. Okay, I'm just grateful that they are thinking about human knowledge. Okay, and talking about it, making comments about it. Yeah, I would not be offended at all. Not a single bit. Okay. It's more like science, human knowledge. Okay. How about religion? Yeah, I'm part Christian, part secular. So if somebody criticizes Christianity, would I be offended? No, not at all. I'm part Republican, okay? And some big part of me is very much liberal too. But if somebody criticizes conservatism, Republican Party, would I be offended? No, not at all. How about anti-gayism? Would I feel offended if people criticize about this law of anti-gayism paper? No, no. But even when they decide to unpublish this article, law of anti-gayism, was I offended? Well, I kind of, I was bummed, okay, but I wasn't angry at all. Why? Because I understand publishers, they're businessmen, right? Business people. They have to be mindful of this mainstream sentiments about pro-gayism, right? I understand. So yeah, no objection, no whatsoever. So, was I offended? No. I just felt sorry. That's it. Okay. But I wasn't angry or anything. No. It was sad, but I wasn't angry. But what bothers me is when I see some left-leaning journalists writing B with capital B and write white with lowercase w. Whenever I see that, yeah, it I don't like it. Okay, so but nowadays I don't read newspaper, so too much negativity there. Okay, we'll take 5 minutes break. Okay, and after that we're gonna explore how to generate brand new numbers. Okay, uh, some pattern of algorithmic pattern, repeating pattern of generating brand new numbers, like basically expansion of set with an operator. Okay, so that's what we're gonna talk about. Okay, all right, we take 5 minutes. All right. Okay. Set expansion function. Uh, so let's see. For example, so yeah, 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3. So if you expand 1 in terms of plus, yeah, you get the whole entire set of natural numbers, positive integers, right? And we're just reviewing the concept. I mean, well, sure, let's do this. What would this be? Yeah, it would be negative integers, right? Then this will be anti-integer. Okay, so yeah. 1 minus 1, 0, 0 minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 2, and then 0 minus minus 1, 1, 0 minus minus 2, 2. So you get the whole negative and positive integers. Okay, yeah. It's pretty cool. Very neat. But all the natural numbers, they're kind of equivalent in a sense that uh, when we start thinking about division, fractions, rational numbers, all right? Because you have 100 and 1001, they're just all the integers, their, their difference between adjacent integers is always 1, right? But when it comes to fraction, it becomes a little bit more complex. Okay. Between two adjacent integers, the difference is always 1, right? Like 1, 2, 3, two adjacent neighboring integers, difference is always 1. In that sense, all the integers are equivalent. Okay. But when it comes to rational numbers, things get a little bit tricky because there is no concept of two adjacent rational number. Between two rational numbers, there are infinite numbers of rational numbers. Okay. Like, for example, between 0 and 1, right? How many rational numbers are there, relatively speaking? Okay. You have 1 over 2. Okay. Well, this is equal to 1 over 1, right? Uh, there, 1 over 1. Okay. So diagonal method, okay, if we take all the diagonal here, main diagonal, right? There, how many numbers are there? Is alpha, natural number, unit infinity, okay? And so number of rational numbers how many rational numbers are there between 0 and 1? We call it Q01, okay? That set. All the rational number set between 0 and 1. Q01, okay? Uh, it's between alpha, which is unit infinity of natural number set, infinite set, okay? Yeah, this is alpha, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Main diagonal, okay? And the you have some unique rational numbers like 3 over 4, 2 over 3, right? And you 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's like alpha plus 1 over 2. That's the area of this triangle, so to speak. Oh, sorry. 1 plus 2 plus, yeah, they're redundancy. Okay, that's why that's the upper limit. Okay, so um, there's a total number of, we can only find the range. Why? Because the exact number, it involves torsion function. We don't have finite closed form formula for torsion function, Euler's torsion function, because it involves uh, prime numbers. Okay. So this guy is strictly equal to sigma torsion function. What Greek character do they use? Phi, right? Because that's the exact formula for this rational number set. Unique. How many unique rational numbers are there between 0 and 1? Okay. And all other rational numbers are exactly the same distribution like this. Between 0 and 1 is the same. You just add 1, then you get the rational number set between 1 and 2, and so on. Okay? Yeah. So we only need to focus on 0 and 1. Rational numbers between 0 and 1. Okay? Because all the others, they're exact same kind of distribution. Okay? So, all rational numbers. Okay? There is no such a thing as two adjacent rational numbers because it's infinitesimal. Okay. For example, between 2 over 3 and 3 over 4, yeah, there are infinite number of rational numbers in between. Okay. So there's no two adjacent rational numbers. Okay, because you can always divide by 2, divide by 3 between two rational numbers. Okay, so yeah. So roughly speaking, yeah, this guy is about alpha to the 1.5, something like that. Okay, so that's the relative size of infinite set of rational numbers between 0 and 1. So this is bigger than alpha. So the there are more rational numbers between 0 and 1 than there are natural numbers. Let me reiterate. there are more rational numbers, fractions, unique, the number of all the unique fractions between 0 and 1, then there are number of positive integers, natural numbers. Then there are natural numbers. Okay, so that's what this is. There are more number of rational numbers between 0 and 1 than there are natural numbers, positive integers. Okay, so quite surprising, right? It is very interesting. Yeah. Yeah. How interesting. Yeah. Now, how about entire set of rational numbers? How many slots are there between 0 and 1? Yeah, there's one slot, right? In positive direction, there are alpha of them. Okay. Negative direction, another alpha of them. So, uh, 2 alpha, alpha to the third, 2 alpha, 2 alpha squared, then this is roughly equal to alpha to the 2.5, something like that. Okay, so yeah, let's ignore all the constants. Okay, so yeah, whatever. Okay, so roughly. Okay, sorry, roughly. Okay. Did I make mistake? I wrote this in previous paper. Okay, let me look it up. Did I make any mistake there? Oh, I did make a mistake. Oops. This is 2 alpha squared, but I wrote this as alpha squared. Okay. Oh, my bad. But it's minor mistake. I'm not going to correct it, but in the next paper, I write an eraser. Okay. Yeah. Let me write this down. It's fairly minor mistake, okay? It's just not that important. The only thing that matters is order of things, okay? The exponent part. This constant in front of this infinity, it does not matter very much, okay? Yeah. Okay. So, can we express all the numbers, set of all the rational numbers between 0 and 1 using this set expansion function? That's what I try to do. And um, maybe we can't. I don't know. Last time we did it a couple of weeks ago, yeah, we took different approach, right? Hmm. Set expansion function works very well when it comes to plus and minus, but when it comes to multiplication and division, it's not quite working very well. It seems. Okay. What's the algorithm? Comes to programming algorithm, all right? To find all the rational numbers, fractions between 0 and 1. It will be double for loop because you are dealing with two-dimensional space, two-dimensional array of numbers. So yeah, it will be double for loop, right? Yeah. You have the two for loop variables, I and j. I numerator, j denominator. Okay. We take 5 minutes break and then we go ahead and program that, encode that. Okay. Pseudocode that. Okay. Okay, let's take 5 minutes, okay? Okay. Well, let me take a picture of this and then we're gonna erase it, okay? Well, let's make it right. Let's put 2 here, okay? So, and let me write it down too. Yeah, because 2 alpha is not the same as alpha, okay? Yeah. Alpha plus 1 is same as alpha, okay? But 2 alpha is not the same as alpha. It's twice as big. So it is a mistake. I need to correct this as an erratum. I'm not going to republish this paper, okay? It takes too much time. I'll make erratum. Okay. Or I may just republish it. It doesn't take too much time. I just have to go back to Microsoft Word, edit it, make it into PDF, then upload it again. So it's not too much labor. I might republish it tomorrow, okay? Hey, probably it's better that way, right? Whatever. Okay. Algorithm to generate all the rational numbers, a set of unique rational numbers between 0 and 1. Okay. We'll leave this guy here, but other guys can go. All right. So, okay. Well, let's take a break from mathematics, shall we? Yeah. So let's talk about relationship or friendship. All right. It's about this. It's about like-minded individuals or like birds of a feather flock together. Okay. People subscribe to different ideologies. Okay. And no two individuals are exactly the same because even identical twins, they have different experiences. They interact with different set of people, identical twins, and they go through different life experiences. So, do you have like identical twins friends, or are you identical twin? In my past, I have interacted with identical twins. Some of my friends are identical twins. Okay, and their personality, like sometimes they're polar opposite, vastly different. Okay, so they meet different people, they have different experience. So in this brand of humanology, nature versus nurture, yeah, we more focus on nurture part. Okay, when it comes to personality, identical twins, from my observation, they are very different personalities. Okay, yeah, that's my observation. Okay, sometimes it's polar opposite personality. Okay, and uh, so but every pair of two people in the human world, there's difference between ideological subscription. Okay, ideological twins, not exact 100% exactly possible. What I'm saying is broken English. Okay, no persons in the world can have exactly same set of ideological subscription. At least they differ by some degrees. Okay, some person may be pro-gun, another person may be pro-gun too, but differing degrees. Strongly pro-gun, slightly pro-gun. I'm very slightly pro-gun. Gun is not that important in my life. Okay, I want to have guns. I have a gun, handgun, 40 caliber. Okay, yeah, I have some hollow point cartridges, bullets. Okay, because when I go to hiking deep inside the mountain, I carry my gun. Okay, and I don't want any gun regulation. Okay, in Alaska there are bears. Okay. Hmm? So I'm slightly pro gun, but I'm not like gun aficionado. Okay. Gun is not the important part of my life. That's what I'm trying to say. Even nowadays, even I don't even go hiking too far. If I go to hiking, it's when during the autumn time to pick berries. But I go to hiking place where there are a lot of people and not too far away from parking lot. And there are no bears there. Okay. What bothers me is not bears. Okay, so canine feces, dog droppings. That's what bothers me when I go berry picking. Okay, because it's a very popular place. It's like very close to parking lot. Okay, and no bears. A lot of people. A lot of dogs. Dog poos. Okay, but no bears. Okay, so when I go to that berry picking place, I don't even carry my gun. Okay, yeah. Bear spray. Yes, it's in my camelback bag. Bag in a camel bag. Okay, so no guns though. Okay. Anyways, algorithm. Okay. So friendship, yeah, it's about people birds of same feather flock together. Okay, because if two people are different, too different in ideological subscriptions, yeah, I mean there are some intersection between two people, Adam and Brown. Okay, and yeah, some intersection, common denominator, right? The kind of ideology that both Adam and Brown subscribe to. Okay, and then there are some differences. That's how it is. Okay, so yeah, to be friends or to be husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, or to be friends, right? It's about commonality. If there's more in common between two people, then they can be friends. If they're too different, there will be too much disagreement, ideal, not the same as real, right? It generates negative coherence. Okay, then they break up, go their separate ways. Okay, why? Because we want to be happy. That's why we hang out with people who are similar to us, ideologically speaking. Okay, yeah, yeah. So that's friendship. Okay, yeah, we know all about this. Okay, humanology. Yeah, we know all about this. Okay, but let me write this down. I didn't quite talk about this. Yeah, so two people come together, maybe they're friends, acquaintances, or maybe they're dating. So they get to know each other. But for a while, it takes a couple of years to actually get to know a person, okay? Because and then they realize, yeah, this person is too different from me, so they stop communication, so kind of break up as friends or as boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, okay? So yeah, it makes sense that you date for a while, at least a year, before you get married. Because otherwise, they say marry in a hurry, regret in leisure, right? So it makes sense to date a couple of years before getting married to fully understand this person, okay? To observe this how this person reacts in this actual situation, real world, not hypothetical, not imaginary, but real world, okay? Because things happen once in a while. Yeah, it takes a couple of years to fully understand what this person is about. Okay, so yeah, that's why yeah, it's highly recommended that at least date for a couple of years before getting married. At least 1 year, right? Yeah. All right. We take 5 minutes. Okay. Then we come up with some algorithm for this guy. Okay. All the rational numbers between 0 and 1. Okay. After that, it's easy. You just add 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then we get a whole set of rational numbers. Okay. They're all the same. Okay. Everywhere. All right. We take 5 minutes. Okay. All right. Well, let's have a break from mathematics. Okay, so I'll tell you some stories. Interesting story. So when I was in Seoul, South Korea, in high school, teenager, I was like 17 years old back in 1995, something like that. Okay, yeah. There was this gentleman who was the chancellor of a university. What university? I don't remember the new university's name. Okay, some Catholic-based university, four-year college in Seoul, South Korea. And because it's a Catholic-based university in Seoul, South Korea, the chancellor was a priest, celibate. Okay, and this gentleman's name is Park Hong, Mr. Park. In South Korea, number one common family name is Kim, right? Second common name Lee, which is my family name. Okay. Third common name is Park. Well, in Korean pronunciation, is Park. Okay. So Mr. Park, Chancellor Park, he was a priest, and I really liked him. Okay, because he used to be a gangster. Yeah, criminal. Okay, but later on he repented. He became Christian Catholic. Okay, he repented and he walked his way up as a Catholic priest. Okay, very famous man. Is back in 1990s, Seoul, South Korea. He became a chancellor of this university. A good one, okay. So he has this masculine attitude still, right? He used to be a gangster, okay. So kind of still smart. I was a huge fan of him, and then I paid a visit to my uncle, my paternal aunt's husband, okay, and he's a doctor, okay, and so I paid a visit when I was in high school, okay. Then start talking about this. Oh, I admire this Mr. Park Hong, Chancellor Park Hong. 총장 means Chancellor of University. Okay, so Park Hong 총장, I admire him. Okay. And he said, "Oh yeah, I like him too. You know what? You and I can be good friends." Okay, so that's what my uncle told me. Okay, some commonality, right? Yeah, masculine. Come on. Yeah. Okay, some anecdotal note. Okay, algorithm. Yeah, it's double follow. Okay, so in mathematical language, it's meta function union. Okay, so I from 1 to j. Okay, j from 1 to alpha, unit infinity. Okay, natural number. All right. Yeah. That's it. I think we did this before. It's a review, and that's set of q between 0 and 1. Hmm. It's that simple. Yeah. When denominator is 4, when denominator is 3, okay, that's j. I from 1 to 3. 1, 2, 3. When denominator is 2, j is 2, right? Numerator 1 and 2. Okay, yes, it's that. Okay, so we did this before. It's kind of pretty, right? Yeah, yeah, it's pretty. Right. Then how about all the set of rational numbers q? Can you express that? I give 1 minute, 2 minutes, okay, because I want to drink. Right. Yeah. Express this with maybe set expansion function and using this q01, all right? Yeah. Yeah. Use expansion function. That's the hint. Okay. Hmm. I give you a minute. We are making it better. Slight tweaking, slight improvement, inch by inch, little by little. Okay, so we're getting it. Yeah. Do I know the answer for this? Not yet. I got some vague idea, but we may need to define another function, okay? Maybe set expansion function as we know of, maybe it's not good enough. Okay, so we may have to expand set expansion function a little bit. All right. Yeah. We want to find the simplest way to express this. Okay. It's recursion mathematics. I mean, we already know what rational number set is, how to define it in set theory, right? But it's recursion mathematics, okay? Maybe it does not have any practical value. Maybe not now, maybe later, okay? We don't know. We're just doing this for fun, okay? What would be the Occam's ratio, simplest way with the minimum number of variables, okay, to express this rational number set? I think it's this. Okay. Yeah, it will not be set expansion function. It's just additive set theory, influenced by professor of Princeton University, Freeman Dyson. He used to be professor of Cornell University. He is one of very few professors without any PhD. Okay, yeah, he didn't have Professor Freeman Dyson. He did not have PhD. Okay, he's one of very few. Okay, so full professor without PhD. Okay, so are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? All right. What? Additive set theory. I explain what this means. All right. It's this. It's just like multiplication, actually. Okay, so you have two sets, a comma one, a comma b, plus 1 comma 2. Okay, this is additive set theory. All right, a plus 1. Okay, yeah. All the integers like 0, minus 1, plus 1. Okay, yeah, you have all the number of sets. I mean, set of numbers between 0 and 1, all the fractions. Okay, just subtract 1, add 1, subtract 2, add 2. Then you get entire rational number set. Okay, so yeah, that's what this is. Okay. We're not going to stop here. We go to the next dimension of numbers, like logarithm, radicals, right? But after that, tetrahedron and hyper operation is all the same after that. Okay, so yeah, we're just trying to understand this general operator theory, general number theory. So, recreational mathematics. We're doing this for fun. It's like foreign language, mathematical language, right? Like music, it's a language. Painting, sculpting, it's all languages. Photographies, they're all languages, right? Okay. Yeah. This is brand new to me, okay? Yeah. Never thought about it this way. This. Never thought about this way. So what I'm gonna do after this episode, yeah, I'm gonna watch some movies. Most likely James Bond movies. Roger Moore, right? He's my favorite. James Bond, 007, okay. Yeah, Sean Connery, he's cool, but a little bit too. Sean Connery is cool, but not too much sense of humor. But Roger Moore, he great sense of humor. Okay, the Spy Who Loved Me, he dressed up as a clown. Okay, went to circus, right? Yeah, Roger Moore, yeah, great sense of humor, right? He's my favorite. Sean Connery, second favorite. To me, they're only two real James Bond. Roger Moore, Sean Connery. Okay. All the others, copycats, fakes, wannabes, right? shadows. Okay, I mean Pierce Brosnan, no sense of humor, right? Daniel Craig, yeah, less sense of humor. Okay, they're handsome, fit individuals, muscular, whatever. Okay, but they just don't have good sense of humor. Okay, but I like the intros. Yeah, Casino Royale, Daniel Craig, and Tomorrow Never Dies, Pierce Brosnan. Right? Yeah, I like the intros, but I don't want to watch their movies. Not really. Okay, yeah, they just don't look authentic. Right? Original. Sean Connery, yeah, he's the original, but not much good sense of humor. Okay, but Roger Moore, great sense of humor. Okay, so yeah, I think I watched this Spy Who Loved Me. I bought it on Amazon Prime. So, hey, I'm not advertising anything. They don't pay me. Okay, but they're cool. Okay, so, okay. Yeah, let's take 5 minutes break. All right. Yeah, I'll take a picture of this. It's kind of pretty, right? Yeah. I'll take a picture of this, and we'll take 5 minutes break, and we may wrap it up for tonight. Okay. So it's Monday. Happy Monday. Right. Yeah. Okay. One more thing, honorable mention, okay? My kind and generous friends, they know I make mistakes. They're kind and generous and forgive me, okay? God bless them, okay? Including yourself, right? Yeah, thank you for forgiving me. Thank you for the forgiveness. We all make mistakes, right? Love is unconditional, okay? Like parental love, right? I may make mistakes, but they still love me, okay? Forgive me. God bless them. God bless you. Thank you for forgiving me. Thank you for the forgiveness. Thank you. Okay. All right. We'll take 5 minutes. All right? I'll take a picture of this. Oh, Okay, so yeah, we're making progress. Okay, because we want to prove this theorem, uh, number expansion theorem. Okay, it's a big project. Okay, we are working up, climbing this mathematical mountain, so to speak. All right. Yeah, every time we introduce inverse operator, inverter, okay, like minus, division, like radical, logarithm, we are expanding the set of numbers that cannot be expressed with prior lower order set of numbers. All right, so that's what we are trying to prove. There are two dimensions, okay, horizontal and vertical. Okay, so there are some logarithmic numbers that cannot be expressed with radicals, and there are some radicals that cannot be expressed with logarithms. That's horizontal dimension, right? Vertical dimension. Yeah, there's some logarithmic numbers you cannot express as fraction or integers. There's some radicals you cannot express with fractions or plus minus, okay, integers. Okay. Yeah, it's a big project. Okay, I never heard about this conjecture, right? Number expansion theorem conjecture. Okay, because we didn't prove it yet. Okay, and yeah, we are trying to find a way to prove it. Okay, so we're doing step by step, little baby step at a time. Okay, so hopefully we get there. Otherwise, maybe some future generation. All right, so who know more mathematics than I do. Okay, we'll conclude this episode by me singing your song. Yeah, Spy Who Loved Me is like, what's her name? I don't remember. Okay, All Time High. Okay, so I sing that song and we'll wrap it for tonight. Okay, All Time High. It's love song. Okay, Rita Coolidge. Yeah. Hmm? It's 007. It's PG-13 material. It's love song. Okay, so love this song. Roger Moore 007 James Bond movie intro. Okay. Yes, the ski chasing scene, right? Yeah. All I wanted was a sweet distraction for an hour or two. Had no intention to do the things we've done. Funny how it always goes with love when you don't look, you fine. But then we're too overcome and move as one. We are not time. We'll change this. We'll change all that's gone before. Doing so much more than falling in line. We are all time high. We'll change all that's. We'll take on the world and win. So hold on tight. Let the flight begin. Beautiful song, yeah. 007. I'm gonna watch this movie, okay? If it gets too violent, then I stop watching it and I disown it, okay? But intro is good, okay? Yeah, yeah. 007 intro. World class, right? Yeah. Some CGI, computer graphic, right? Imagery and others, okay? Yeah. Very smart people. Very creative, original, ingenious, authentic. Yeah, computer graphics, animators, and they're cool. Right. Okay. Yeah. So we pick this up tomorrow. Okay. So tomorrow's job. Yeah. I'll well actually after I click that button, finishing this episode, I'm gonna republish this article. Okay, because it's bothering me. This error I made. I want to correct it. Okay. So if I made errors dealing with you, I correct it right now. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. Okay, if I ever offended you inadvertently, it was not my intention. It was incidental. All right. In this humanized series, we criticize ideologies, but we do not criticize people because people are people. We make mistakes. Okay. Ideological subscriptions. Okay. Yeah, it's physical, quantitative. It's ideological force field, ideological wind, mainstream. Okay. We do not criticize people who get tattoos and piercings, who are subscribe to LGBTism or post COVID slash Floyd BLMism or post January 6th pro Trumpism. We don't criticize people, we understand. We are humanologists, we are humane, and we are humanistic. Alright? We don't criticize people. But we do criticize ideologies. When we do, people do get offended because those ideologies are part of them, part and parcel of them. Okay. But we are seekers of the truth. Not many people are doing this. Okay? We don't go along party line like Democratic Party, Republican Party. Okay? We pick and choose. We cherry pick from Democratic Party ideologies, Republican Party ideologies. We cherry pick. We are independent thinkers. Moral. We have moral backbone. We are creative too. When we see problems, we come up with solutions, at least in theory, and we publish it in Google, YouTube, or some online databases. That's what I do. Okay, we are doing our best. I am. Okay, yeah. Ideologies, like Saint Paul said, yeah, some spirits are bad spirits. Some spirits are good. They're good, bad spirits. Humanological language, that's Christian language, Saint Paul, New Testament, right? Humanological language, yeah, some ideologies are good, some ideologies are bad, okay? We are very much descendant, grandchild of Christianity, okay? I admire Christianity, okay? Mr. Jesus, Saint Paul, okay? I admire them. I learn from them, okay? Yeah, humanological language, ideologies, ismology, ideology, whatever. Speaking in tongue. Shala, 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 la, la, la. Ideologology, whatever. Study of ideology. Speaking in tongue, okay. So yeah, there are good ideologies, bad ideologies. Okay, when it's good, we appreciate it. When it's bad, we criticize it and we point them out. Right? People hurt feelings, we apologize, but it's not intentional. We don't intend to hurt people's feelings, but we do mind it and we apologize. Okay, but we have to do so. Why? Nobody gets hurt. Yeah, feelings get hurt, but no physical injury, no wars necessary, no violence, no crimes, no wars necessary. Okay, it's a metaphysical battle. All right, in Christian language, yeah, spiritual battlefield, spiritual warfare. Right, we are doing the same thing, just using different language. Okay, ideological battle. If we have to fight these bad ideologies, why? If we don't, nobody will. So I do my job fully. Okay, because what we want to bring better future for the future generation. Bad ideologies, they have to go away. Because they're blocking the way, okay? All good things to come. But we understand, yeah, bad ideologies through this operation of ideological evolution, they go away anyway, okay? It just takes some time, okay? So we're just biding our time, right? Recreational mathematics. To forget about everything else, just pure world of language of letters and numbers. That's one of the reasons why we resort to mathematics. It's like lonely island vacation cabin place. Somewhat luxurious, right? Because not many people can handle mathematics, but we do. Okay, yeah. It's just taking a hike to get away from it all. Every now and then, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Have a good night. Have a great week. Happy Monday. Okay. Thank you. God bless you. With generations come. Thank you. Bye.